Oh, bless up to the family all around the world. Africa unite.
Yes, that's right, man. Right. Out of many, one people. Yeah.
One nation,
One Africa.
That's right, man. Justice will be served. Justice will be served.
Bless it. All right, thanks, guys.
Come follow me to a secret place where only the moon can see. Beyond the shores, there is something more, just waiting for you and me. I see that
Throw your way. It's Ekow. I just say, oh, my gen kwa. Edre nyumena wuna mchana mafeo watoka Yana breathie awado Na mchana na monkomo I really wanna give you the feeling tonight boy I know the lie Madi de be wo-ho Wo-ho, wo-ho Madi de be wo-ho Wo-ho, wo-ho Madi de be wo-ho Wo-ho, wo-ho My choice is cool, yeah Wo-ho, wo-ho You see the way, boy, I miss you Tonight you don't curfew I go make you smell my perfume You the sis, I the young for you I don't want you and nobody else Nobody else ain't you So me hot, I'm in so hot And I end up on the other hand Smaddy de be wo-ho Wo-ho, wo-ho Madi de be wo-ho Wo-ho, wo-ho Madi de be wo-ho Wo-ho, wo-ho My choice is cool, yeah Wo-ho, wo-ho They make her feel it I'm party, I come I want more It's me and call Me jam me go They make her feel it
return. We broke that myth.
Yeah.
We're back again.
Yeah.
So we need to come. We need to come. We need to see it. We need to feel it. It's a spiritual thing.
So we are the Elmina Castle right now. Our brother is coming to take in the food.
See the way, boy, I miss you. Tonight you don't curfew. I go make you smell.
We're about to re-enter the Elmina dungeon. We used to call it castle, but we know it's a dungeon because that was where our people, our ancestors were held, and it was called the point of no return. That's what they called it. But it's not the point of no return because we, amongst many others, have come back here and have broken that spell. In fact, when I look at the waves, it's always harder to rave or row against the waves than it is to come back in. And so at this time now, it's important that we all play our part in regards to the Sankofa, and looking back to go forward. And for us as black people, no matter where we are in the diaspora, it's important that we come back and reconcile with our brothers here on the continent and really get this back to the whole as it is, the continent, not the continent.
The continent. Straight.
They told us that we wouldn't return. We've returned. I've come here twice. Yeah? Twice. I don't think as someone that's lived here all their life, you just understand what it means to return.
Yeah.
Because the way we get treated at home, we don't get seen as citizens. Do you understand?
Yeah, I understand.
So for me to come here,
Let's walk.
This is the place where my forefathers left, and I understand what it means for me to be a black returnee, for me to be a young black man that's come back, that's made it back. They said that we wouldn't come back.
Yeah.
We have broke that.
Yeah.
We broke them chains. We can do anything that we want. But I know, why would anybody, after the amount of bloodshed that was in here, the amount of lives that was lost in here, why they turn it into a prison for their own people, bro?
Yeah, the stories way different, bro. The story is way different. It's like you trying to understand how the sea was made. Yeah, you trying to understand how
the sun goes down in the evening and comes in the morning. We can't really explain that because things were like natural. Things happened the way they were supposed to happen. So that at this point, you need to be asking these questions. If not, you're not going to ask these questions. You wouldn't even be here. So some of the things, I believe, it just happened for a reason.
Yeah. Everything in life happens for a reason.
Yeah.
Everything.
You know what I'm saying?
Everything.
Yeah.
Whether it be good, bad, or indifferent.
Yeah.
Because it leaves a legacy. If this place wasn't here, maybe I wouldn't feel the way that I feel.
You feel right now.
Coming home.
Exactly.
Yeah. Because, brother, your shoulders are broad.
Yeah.
When you stand there, and they took the strongest of us. So the ones that were left, we were the smallest ones, bro.
Yeah.
Guys were all bigger than him, and they had to go out through 3 bars, bro.
It's crazy.
That means that they weren't eating. That means that they were in bad sufferation.
It's crazy. I know, right?
But we don't hold up.
Against anybody.
No, not even
just come
against
home,
anybody.
just-
Like, obviously I'm here, so I'm emotional. But what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So when you know that you came through that, and you know that you've arrived back, and you've come through all the oppression, you've come through all the suffering, you've come through the separation, the indifference that still have now day to day brothers and sisters fighting each other over nothing, over small things. When you come here and realize what we went through, maybe at some point within yourself you'll realize none of that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter about your car, it doesn't matter about your home. It's about your self-worth. It's about knowing that kings and queens died for you, children died for you. What are you gonna do for it? It's as simple as that. You know what I mean? And for me, the first time I come here and realized how many didn't make it.
A lot. They were like, if they took about 100, about 70 didn't make it. And where are those people? They were thrown into the seas. You know what I'm saying? It's bad and crazy.
And then you have banks that were actually capitalizing on that, and slavers that were capitalizing on that, because you had insurance companies that would insure the slaves, and they'd know it was more profitable because, let's say, every slave was worth 100 cedi on the insurance, They say, well, sometimes when we go market, we get 50, sometimes 25, kick them over. So it's emotional. So every Jamaican is an African. Some Jamaicans don't like to accept it because they have the ancestors that were left behind. So I can totally understand where they're coming from. If you feel that your people on a whole had left you, maybe you would feel, you know what, I am part of this now. So I understand sometimes that's why there's a separation. But blood work is the truth. Your blood could be joined to mine. Your blood could be joined to mine. So that's where the real answers lies. Not on where we was taken and scattered abroad, because a lot of us were taken to Brazil.
A lot.
More than 50% were taken to Brazil. The Americas, UK, Haiti, Belgium, Europe in general.
Netherlands. You've got some Suriname people there.
We're all over. So it is to know that we need to unite as a mass, as a whole, not because we have indifferences, or one should say, oh no, I'm not going to work with that one, because you have sibling rivalry. You have brothers and sisters that don't talk and then they get back together, because at the end of the day we're all connected.
Family.
We're all connected. The same way me and you met, the same way we've met, we have a bond. Do you understand? And to me, it's deeper than money. It's deeper than the culture, deeper than the spirituality, because we was taken away from that spirituality, and they tried to replace it with something different. So for me, it's about us getting back to that true course of who we was. And yes, it does entail the spirituality, but it's really about finding who we are as a people, because as a set of people, brothers and sisters, we're powerful.
Yeah.
We're powerful, and
Yeah.
the days that you forget that, and the days that you feel weak, and the day that you feel that you don't have strength, remembering me saying it. I'm not nobody special, but I will tell each and every one of you indifferently. We are kings and queens, come from kings and queens. Kings and queens came out of Ephraim. Yeah, we shall return.
Yeah.
So know your worth.
Yeah.
All this vanity stuff, all this Instagram, Facebook stuff. Yeah, I've got the accounts, but I don't live my life through them. I don't care about a like. I'm not interested because like doesn't support anything.
Yeah. Doesn't put food on the table.
It doesn't. Yeah, well, for some people.
For some people, yeah.
For some people, but yeah, man, it's a serious issue that we need to take out on a whole and be accountable for our actions. Right now, we've got young brothers in the streets in London, Manchester, Birmingham, the UK in general, America, and they're killing each other.
Killing each other, yeah.
For what? Go and read the book Willie Lynch, yeah, and you will realize that if you are willing to do that to your brother and sister for nothing, yeah, not because they've taken away one of your loved ones, I can understand those kind of things, but over money or territory or a postcode, you're still living in that syndrome. You're still living in it. You're affected by it. I don't care who it offends. If you are a part of that, you are part of the systemic problem that is killing our people still to this day. And it was part of their plan. So if you want to stay with that, then that's down to you.
But you know, the thing is, what I have to say as well as for those who maybe act in such a manner and consider it as normal, we understand because we're all victims of transgenerational trauma, and we're acting up in an environment which has been set up to make us behave as such. Sankofa, yes, and take their road to repatriation back here. But we're also trying to encourage our brothers and sisters over here to be very, very cautious about thinking about going to the West, you know? You do have to be very focused in your approach.
I really wanna give you the feeling tonight. Boy, I know the lie. My did be woah woah woah. My did be woah woah woah. My did be woah woah woah. My choice is cool, yeah. Woah woah. You see the way, boy, I miss you. So not you don't care for me. I will make you smell my perfume. You the taste of the infuse. I don't want you
held down anymore. Don't you let nothing stand in our way. I want y'all to listen to every word I say. Ain't no stopping us now. We're on the move. Moving, grooving, ain't no stopping us now. We're on the move. I know it. Come on, we're there.
Out to do something. Ancestors are guiding us. We've been blessed to do it. Now we sit here having this conversation. No coincidences. There are a lot of divine synchronicities on the planet. There's a lot of atrocities and chaos on the planet. And if we don't get too caught up, too knocked off our horse, too disturbed or too fearful or too angry with all this chaos, out of the chaos comes order. And that's the order that we having right now. We're witnessing this divine synchronicity. So I know it ain't a chance that you here and we having this time. I had to take the moments and do with it. I stopped my tracks because it's very important to let, like you said, the other family members on the outside in the African diaspora, this is real talk. You can be here too. No matter how old, and you're never too late, you're never too soon. You're on time when you get on the motherland, the land of your natural ancestral inheritance. And you know that, of course, according to their world map, if you look out here behind me, just to let the family know, you might hear the breeze on the tape that we're making right now. But the beautiful scenery is the Gulf of Guinea, and in this direction where I'm pointing right now, this is January